It's not a video of mine unless there's some kind of animal in the background. Hey, hello. How's it go? My name is Rachael Messer. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a voice actress for anime and video games, and I will put a thing above my head. It shows you what I've been in. I've been in anime such as My Hero Academia, Tokyo Ghoul Re, Goblin Slayer, Black Clover, One Piece Stampede, and One Piece in general. And recently, I'm working on a show called The Executioner and Her Ways. In video games, I've been in Borderlands 3, Warframe, Heroes of Newerth, Paladins, Smite. I judge myself enough for the both of us. So, do you want to come help? You might hear a puppy. So I decided that I wanted to take... Come here then. The following class will be taught with Ollie. Ollie is a crucial step. You don't need a dog to be a voice actor, but I'll tell you something, it really does help. I decided I wanted to do a voice acting questions thing. There's a lot of questions that go around getting started with voice acting, and chances are if you're watching this video, you're either interested in voice acting or you just thought, what the fuck's this woman gonna talk about with her dogs and cats? And fair enough. Half the time, I don't know. I don't script these things. It would go a lot better for me if I did. So I wanted just to cover some. I'm going to keep this video short, and if you guys have any questions about voice acting, you can leave them in the comments below. Put the word question in all caps before so that I can just search the word question, and even if it's not this specific video, but it's other videos in the future related to voice acting, I can cover them there. And it makes it a lot easier on YouTube's back end. It really just does. So please leave a comment there with any questions you got. Like, subscribe, because we have to do that at the start of videos now. I don't know how YouTube works, all right? I'm not queen of YouTube, but if I was, there'd be a lot more puppies. It'd really just be puppy videos. These questions are coming from Instagram today. I forgot to let you know that. But the next set will be in the comments below. You can also leave them in the Discord section. Join the Discord. And also, if the questions are just voice acting adjacent, I'll probably cover them as well. So things like, what kind of equipment should I use? Or even stuff about my personal career. All that jazz. Let's hop to it, Frogger! One of the questions was, do you have any tips for beginners? Yes. My main tip, and I've been teaching voice acting for, my wrist says, about 7 years. But I stopped teaching this year because I have a bunch of voice acting work that I'm doing and I want to get more into streaming and stuff like that. So I decided, well, I'll just come over here and answer some questions that you guys have. I also have some digital download classes available on said website. Some of the tips for beginners, I mean, there's your basics, right? Like you need a home studio. It doesn't have to be fancy. I think most people think like fancy. No, it doesn't have to be extremely expensive. You can make do for indie projects and things. You'll be fine enough. It's rainy out today, and I can't save my hair for the life of me. We're just living with this, all right? You can get by with, like, I hate them. I hate straight to USB mics. I think they're trash quality. But it'll pass, especially if you're somebody who you don't know if you want to get into this for the long time or not. So you're like, I don't know, maybe next week I play guitar, maybe next week I get dog and become a professional dog walker. What is the accent? I don't know. And so if you're like, I don't want to drop a lot of dough on this, that may be a chance, that may be a thing. And you can get indie games and small projects for it. Don't expect to get anything that pays a lot. But honestly, starting off, it's very hard to book your first paid job. There's a lot you gotta learn. There's a lot that you just gotta practice. Like really there you go. This is my roundabout answer being practice. Practice. It doesn't mean you gotta do impressions or something. I got a whole thing coming about impressions. But, you know, if it helps you learn a different voice placement, or it helps you change your voice a little bit, even if it's not a good impression, it at least helps you further expand your vocal range, so you can learn a lot from that. And just record, listen back, record, listen back, record, listen back. There's no shortcut for hard work. So you gotta get in there and you gotta record. And plus, if you really want to do this for a living, practicing shouldn't be that big of a deal. You should be excited about it. What are some things you wish you knew when you can tell I can't cold read for the life of me, okay? Do not let being a bad cold reader hold you back, because I can still work somehow. What are some things you wish you knew when it was the first time you recorded in person at a studio? Any etiquette, things you should do, things you shouldn't do. People skills. I wish I could people skills. I wish I could people. But here's the thing. I'm not great at peopling. We're still working on this. I'm great at dogs. Like, if you need me to become friends with a dog, easy. 10 out of 10. I can become friends with dogs. I made friends with a random pack of dogs like last month, okay? I kid you not, they were on the road. I became friends with them. It was a great time had by all. So, dogs I can be friends with. Cats. I mean, my cats think they're dogs, so we're really just back. I have a bird, and the bird freaking barks. We're all just... It is what it is. But I wish I knew how to people skill a little bit, because I didn't want to come off, and there's plenty of people that do this, I didn't want to come off as, let me be friends with you so that you'll give me more work. No, I didn't want to come across that. So my reaction instead was to shut the fuck up, which goes against my nature, really. So I was just very, very quiet and afraid to talk to anybody, lest they think that I'm only talking to them because I want to get more roles, when in reality I just wanted to talk to people. And some people were cool as shit and I wanted to be friends with, and I'm like, well, how do I do this without seeming like an asshole? So, people skills, there's actually a channel. Charisma on Command is a great one if you're really worried about, I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. If you're very worried about that, they give you some tips. Streaming actually has helped me a lot because I don't shut the fuck up over here. I'm the only one who talks. You can probably talk too, but I'm going to be real with you. I can't hear you through the computer. So, if you are, I'm not trying to be rude. I just can't hear you. And so with that, I've gotten more accustomed to just saying the fuck is on my mind. There's more to go into, and maybe I should make just a whole video about, like, so it's your first in-person studio session. Let's talk about it. I won't use that voice, though. Nick asks, sup, Nick? I remember you from class. What are the basics of screaming safely? So there's a lot to this question, and I will come back with a further video on it. Mainly yelling. I'm going to cover just some basics. Don't think that this is everything. Don't be like, and now I've learned everything and I can go off into the sun and scream my heart out. Please don't. And if you do, I'm not going to be held liable for it. So here's your friendly disclaimer of don't do stupid shit. Thank you. Melissa Cross has a really great couple videos online. She really, really handles this well, but mostly you want to make sure that you are well hydrated. You want to make sure that you are, so you don't even know there's a dog still down here, but there's a dog still down here. You want to make sure that you are well hydrated, that you're screaming from your diaphragm. And then there's a difference between screaming, yelling, something called calling, which is not like, sup. No, calling is a special technique. I'll also try and cover that. But for right now, make sure that you're doing those and stay relaxed. So that's another thing is people tighten up and they're like, yeah, I'm going to scream this. No, don't do that. So relax or scream from your diaphragm. Stay hydrated. But I'll come back, Nick, with a specific video kind of about that. I really like that question, and I wanted to touch on it so that it didn't get kind of like lost in the sauce. And y'all can remind me in the comments section. Rachel, you said you were going to cover this. I shall. Now, would you ever go into directing? Absolutely. Absolutely. If anybody will have me. Teaching actually helped with me being able to kind of give direction. And now I do, when I was in private lessons with people, I would do mock directing sessions so that they could get experience with directors. And whether it be a good director or a bad director, and kind of learn in an environment where it doesn't cost you anything versus learn out in the real world. So anybody wants me to direct, email me. Also from Heirloom, with people making home studios, do you think working remote will work better? I like working remote. I mean, you can even see a little bit of the edge of my studio door there. I like working remote. I think it's possible. Probably more gas efficient to record from home. However, a lot of these bigger studios, one, they want equal quality across the board. So while I have multitude of microphones and really high-tech equipment, which I'm doing a studio tour sometime this month, maybe at the end of June, actually, in June somewhere. Why do I keep checking my wrist? The wrist knows all. I'm going to do a studio tour and you guys can see what I'm working with. But while my quality may be good, they may want to work with another actor that doesn't have quality that matches mine, and it can be a real issue in video games when that happens. Sometimes it's easier to have the actors come into the studio and just use all the same setup than it is to try and match things like that. They also have dropped quite a pretty penny on their studios, and so that's another reason why they would probably want you to come in and record. I mean, they're not going to drop a lot of money and then be like, now you can work from home. You're good now. Okay, we'll just sell the stuff on eBay or something. Trust me, I'm lazy and I don't want to leave my house. I just told you I don't people. Do I look like I want to leave my house? So I would love for home studios to be more of a thing. And I've recorded most of my projects actually from my home studio. The only exceptions being some anime. And some anime I've actually recorded from the home studio. But some anime and Smite and Paladins. Those are the only things that I've had to go in for. So like Warframe was from my home studio. Some of the other... Borderlands. Borderlands I had to go in for. I remember that now. Since I'm in Dallas, all those things are close by. What it does cut me out from is like the Los Angeles stuff. You just gonna say hi?
Hi, my name is Ollie. This is my teaching segment now. Firstly, she has some coffee, and you don't necessarily need coffee for voice acting, but it does help. And, you know, I can't have any. I'm a dog. Dogs and coffee, not a good mix. I'm pretty sure it's poisonous, but Google it. Or talk to your vet, because Google is sometimes wrong. If you guys don't know me, Mom says she might make a video just about me, introducing me. This has been the Ollie segment.
Are you tall? My camera angle is going to be all messed up, but it was worth it, I think. I'm going to call it here. I don't want to make this video too long, and I've already talked for 20 minutes. Hopefully I edited it down to 10 minutes, but leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you got any questions. If you don't have a question, but just wanted to leave something that you like, put it in the comments. Hopefully I'll be able to record another one of these next week. Thank y'all. Have a good one. Bye.